What about a podcast? Never that. Well, why not? Everybody has a podcast. Okay, but what if everybody has a podcast? Yours won't be special. Next. Well, feels just kind of dismissive, but whatever. What'll it be about? Who cares? It's just for people to have on in the background anyway. Nobody pays attention to that stuff. You don't think that mentality is toxic for even having one? Never mind getting people to listen to it? I'm not planning on just mumbling in the listener's ear. Going to be some substance to it, but I feel like picking a topic for each week or each episode or in general is kind of restricting. Not having any interesting people to talk to and interview is restricting. No offense, but a little offense? Your opinion is pretty irrelevant. I don't know about irrelevant, but you don't think talking games and reviewing them from the perspective of a casual gamer would be interesting? Who are you going to talk to? Yourself? No, but I know some people who do streaming and content that would make for great conversation. It doesn't have to be interviews. Ideas, perspectives, thoughts. You don't play a lot of games, so it's not like you'll have a lot to talk about. Why not? I have to play a game to know what it's about? I have to push a few buttons in order to know if it's good or not? But you were the casual suspect, not the controversial suspect. Talking about a game you've never played feels like it's going to stir up a little bit of controversy, don't you think? Doesn't controversy sell? Isn't that what people want? Maybe. I'm still not sure. Podcast is going to be a pretty hard sell just to get people to find it. Maybe it doesn't have to be a podcast. Maybe it can be a debate of sorts. Two people talking two sides of a coin so that anybody listening can know that there's somebody that feels the same way they do, even if it's the more unpopular side of the opinion. Choosing a certain side doesn't feel very casual. Maybe both sides can be discussed by both parties. Maybe we talk about it, do our thing, and then flip the coin and have the other side talk about things the other party missed. It doesn't have to be such a straightforward one on one, this versus that conversation. There's a lot of things that go into each side of the argument, no matter what it comes to. I don't know, man. We're just here to talk about these things. This is what you're here for, isn't it? Why are you shooting down everything I have to say? Doing it on purpose, aren't you? You didn't actually hate these ideas, did you? Oh, yeah, no, I hate the idea of a podcast. But you started thinking about details, right? And details are what make you stand out. You couldn't just tell me another way to make it work? I'm not here to do things for you. I'm here to help you find the things that make content people want to watch. What would you know about that? You don't make content. You said so yourself. Fair thinking, but I don't need to know how to make it in order to know what I enjoy taking in, right? Like how you just said, you don't need to play a video game to know if it's a good one. Listen here, you little shit. I know you're here to help, but do you need to be such a this in order to do that? Is it working? I'd never admit it if it was. This is what you need. Some people can take the advice and use it. Some people need their hand held in order to understand everything that's being told to them. Some people need the brutally honest truth in order to really grasp what's being told to them. Nobody really learns the same way. People take in the information, but how they process it is a whole other story. Because your way isn't the same as somebody else's doesn't make your way wrong. Which one is this exactly? Neither. Some people need to think everything was their idea in the first place, otherwise nothing's going to truly stick. Like Inception? Like you're stubborn. You know you're not going to just listen to me no matter how good an idea is. So if I can just make sure you process your thoughts and use your head, you'll come out on the other side. That's great and all, but now that I know your intentions, I could just go back to being stubborn. You're never going to stop being stubborn, even if you know my intention. It doesn't change the fact that these are your ideas. I didn't need to hold your hand, write it down, spell it out for you, and shove it in your ear in order for you to get it. I'm about to give you the closest thing to a compliment I will ever give you. So pay attention because I will not repeat myself. You're not stupid. You just came up with an idea without knowing what I was trying to do. That wasn't my idea. I just wanted to make sure you put some thought into it besides just thinking, podcast, yay! You want to be remembered, stand up and stand out. Can't believe I'm going to say this. Don't. I know. Now, if you want to stand up and stand out, sit down and shut up. Get to work.